Hi everyone, welcome to another Instagram City Live tour. Today we are off to beautiful Tuscany and we're going to visit the portside town Livorno. Livorno is called by some as the Mediterranean's very own little Venice. So I'm super excited to see it today with my guests Luca and Lauren. So I'm going to add Lauren into the live now and we can get started. I can see Lauren's watching. Hi Lauren, 1 second. Okay. Just gonna add her in, bear with me. Okay, send her the in. So I'm really excited. Hi everyone who's joining. Okay, go live.
Hello.
Ciao! Ciao a
Ciao.
tutti!
Come state?
Bene, bene, perfetto!
The sun came out for us today. It was supposed to be raining, and luckily it's not.
Yeah.
And it's the opposite. There's no clouds even, so that was a lie.
Perfect. We can go ahead. Amazing. Would you guys want to start by introducing yourselves for people who don't know you?
I'm Lauren.
And I'm Luca.
Luca is the Livornese.
Yes.
I am the Californian that moved to Livorno.
I'm the local, she's the intruder.
His fault. Before living in Livorno, I lived in Rome for 9 years, and now we are professional tour guides. So we have a small company, Unlock Italy Guided Tours, that is also connected to a wine contingent called Uncork Italy. So it's all sort of connected with tours and education about history, wine, food, and places.
Oh, amazing.
And we're having technical difficulties.
Technical problem with the gimbal.
That's fine.
It left us at the moment.
Right. It doesn't want to cooperate. Well, maybe.
So fine.
Oh, it decided to die.
No, it's gonna work again.
No. Oh.
It's gonna work again. I trust technology.
So we're excited to show you Livorno because, we've been here for the last couple of years, unable to bring anyone over here. So this is a cool opportunity. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Grazie.
Grazie, boy. Thank you so much. Yeah, I've never been to Livorno. So I'm really looking forward to seeing it and hearing about it from you guys. So, yeah, do you want to maybe just explain where exactly Livorno is? Because I think a lot of people might not know it.
Yeah. Livorno is on the coast of Tuscany, so it's about an hour by train from Florence.
Yeah.
And our gimbal does not want to work with us. I don't understand why.
No worries. So just wait. I think we've lost them for a second. Connection. This is what happens when we're live, everyone. Bear with us for a moment. While we're waiting, they were going to say Livorno obviously is in Tuscany, and it's, as they were saying, just an hour on the train from Florence. So it's actually quite nice, perhaps if you're in Florence and you've been there before, want to do a day trip. Okay, just going to add Lauren back into this. Go live. One moment. Bear with us, guys.
We're handheld now.
Yeah. That's not whatever. No. All right. Go back to the train.
Okay.
We were on a train.
We're on a train from Florence, in our mind, coming to Livorno. It's about an hour by train. So I wanted to start here in particular because you can see one of the canals, and at the very end of this canal, you can see the port. So this is where the cruise ships come in, actually. And then normally what's kind of great about Livorno is all the cruise ship passengers disembark, they get on buses and they go to Florence and they go to Pisa and they go wine tasting and they leave Livorno to the locals. So this for me has been something that I've really loved about living in Livorno, is being in a place that has not been changed by tourism and that doesn't have a lot of tourism. You're legit off the beaten track.
It's a very off the beaten path.
Yeah, and it's super accessible, which is the really nice thing as well. It's easy to get to.
And it's about 15 minutes away from Pisa by train.
Wow.
to the south is the Bolgheri area, the super Tuscan wine region.
Yeah.
The Isle of Elba you can reach. I mean, there's
wow.
It's very well connected.
Oh, I'm excited to see it. I think we can get started. Let's see Livorno.
Yes.
So,
Okay. Now, so shall we?
What shall we do? We should bring them. Okay, we have to cross the road first.
Dun, dun.
And we're going to show you an amazing marketplace.
Turn this around so you can look at
See
Livorno and not us.
Beautiful. You guys are both beautiful too. But here we go.
So here we're in the Piazza Cavour. With, every Italian city has Piazza Cavour. Yeah. With, of course, Cavour hanging out in the center here. And we're just going to cross over here. We're taking you to the central market. And then we want to show you a bit more of the canals that are, known as... we're not going directly into the Venice district, but you'll get the idea with the canals that were made by Venetians. It imported some Venetians to make the canals here. Wow. And then we'll see some of the old fortress or the new fortress. There's many fortresses. So let's go through here.
Amazing. Yeah, I heard about this market that it's one of the biggest in Europe as well, the oldest in Europe.
It's absolutely beautiful market that again is also not really affected by tourism. Like if you go to Florence, go to the San Lorenzo market, which of course I love as well, but it's a different vibe. So this here is that market that we're making our way towards.
Wow.
Huge. Wow. And the canals. And the reason these canals were made was because of all of the trade that was coming into Livorno, of course. So people would have their enormous, you can't really see this now because of the banks here, but they would have their huge palaces and then these warehouses on the canal level so they could easily, take in goods or take out goods from the warehouse. And then with wealthy merchants living up above.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Let's talk about the ideal city. Yeah, because we didn't talk about any of the. While I walk, Luca's going to talk, and then I can concentrate on not falling down.
So no, basically, I usually introduce Livorno saying, well, this is a city which was conceived to be an ideal city for trading, for business, for the port, and basically the Florentine people, the Medici, always the same, the Medici family, the Medici basically designed with a famous architect. The structure, the design itself, the layout, which is pentagonal shape, and in order to conceive the defense of the structure, because imagine all the goods coming from all over the world, from the precious gems from the Middle East, the east of Asia, the silks, all these goods they needed to trade, and also they were trading the very expensive goods they created in Florence. So the Florentines were amazing manufacturers, more than nowadays. Consider the wool makers, and they have such a luxury industry, so they had to protect the port in a very good way. You can easily imagine this is why they created two fortresses which are massive. It's like, consider a fortress was 2/3 of the city, so eventually it's enormous. They had to dismantle it.
Wow.
So you can easily see the canals. So the canals now, you don't see any wall, the city walls, but the city walls were on the left side. So imagine here the wall protecting the city. We would have been outside.
Wow, that's so interesting.
And something also, one of the churches that we're passing up here on the right side, this guy here.
Yep.
Is the Dutch church.
Yes, we have to explain why.
Why the Dutch church? Well, because Livorno was being used as a free port for traders, they also decided to allow free religion, which was something really difficult to find in the 1500s, when the Catholic Church said, no, we're the only one. If you don't get with the program, you can get out. So Livorno had this amazing opportunity that you can still feel in the city today. You know, there's a real multiculturalism in Livorno that is also kind of hard to find in other places in Italy. So you have this, you know, just one example here on our walk, that is the Dutch church, but there's a Greek churches, Armenian churches, a huge Jewish synagogue, because this sort of coincides with the time period when the Spanish evicted, I guess you could say, all the Jewish population from Spain. And in Italy, the Catholic Church, you know, the Pope was putting Jewish communities into ghettos unless they converted to Catholicism. But in Livorno, you could be whatever religion you wanted, because what mattered here was trade, not what we were worshiping.
Wow, so interesting. I did not know that. There you go.
Yeah, it's a very cool history that's I'm really enjoying slowly learning. Also,
look, while you have a break, I just wanted to ask as well. Someone asked, Kayla asked actually, what's the population in Livorno?
Yeah, it's about 150 to 160,000.
Yeah, so it's not tiny.
Yeah, it's a large city, and it's kind of one of these places that I mean, I've just experienced a lot saying I live in Livorno, and people are like, where? What? Oh, it must be a tiny hamlet or a little village. It's like, no. It's pretty big, but it has a nice city center that you can easily kind of stroll through, as we are doing now.
Yeah, is it quite walkable as well?
Luca's going to stop traffic.
Good.
As usual.
Someone's saying ciao.
So
and
just to show you the market here.
Here we are.
Outside. Oh my gosh, the sun, it's so nice. Yay.
It's beautiful. We got perfect weather.
I know. Livorno often has this effect. When it's raining in the rest of Tuscany, it's still sunny in Livorno.
Amazing.
Can we go around this way?
Yeah, let's go inside. We want to show you there.
Yes, definitely.
We need, you can do boat tours if you come to Livorno. But the key is eating. As everywhere, in my opinion.
And everywhere, yeah, true. What are some of the special dishes in Livorno?
Oh, there are many, but one of the famous dishes, the caciucco,
now you understand why.
which is basically like a sort of spicy brown fish stew that is super hearty. It's very good.
Oh, sounds delicious. I've got to try it.
Yeah, it's a good winter fish dish.
Yeah.
Where they just throw in everything, all sorts of crazy random, things from the sea that I've never seen. And of course, everywhere in Tuscany, there is the famous cecina, the chickpea flour, but you can't call it cecina here. You'll get stoned. It is. I know. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to help people. What do you call it, Luca?
What do you call it instead of the cecina here?
In Livorno, if you say cecina, it's like speaking someone from Pisa, and we are very enemies with them. So you have to call it in the way we call it in the past. The original name would be 5 and 5. Cinque e cinque. Because 5 was the price for the bread. And 5 was the price for this kind of, we call it cake, but it's not sweet. It's a vegetarian vegan product, actually, because it's a chickpea flour kind of fried.
Yeah.
They make this liquid mixing this flour with water. Then they put on big tray in copper, adding, of course, oil, and then some salt. And then after they take it out, it looks like a big, wide focaccia, which is not focaccia, it's a thin layer of this crispy and very tasty product we call the cinque cinque or torta, like a cake, but it's not a sweet. And there's an amazing place here, the famous place now very popular all over Italy, the famous Gagarin. I don't know if it's open, but in case later we could jump inside just to show you what I'm talking about. Let's go see now.
Let's see if it's open. It might be.
In the early morning,
Amazing. Oh, it sounds delicious.
If you saw the Stanley Tucci show, I learned he came to Livorno and he had cinque cinque here, and I was like, well done. That's the place to go, Stan.
You nailed Livorno.
Yeah, exactly. I'm disappointed you didn't contact me when you were here, but it's fine.
Next time, definitely.
Next time, Stanley. It's okay.
Oh, amazing. Yeah. So it's a covered market. It's completely undercover.
What was that?
It's a covered market. Is that right?
The covered market is behind me, but this is the Cinque place.
Ah, this is the Cinque
Watching.
place.
Amazing.
Yeah, we're going in, guys.
Here, I'm giving you to Luca. He's gonna take you.
Can you see? You see? Okay. So that's the bread. And the cinque, the torta, the cake is over there.
Yum! Looks delicious. You can have it inside the bread.
So this is actually, you can see, and with polpepe. With the black pepper.
Oh, with the black pepper.
Yeah, otherwise it's too dull. Can you see? You put on top.
Oh my god, a lot too.
Yeah, a lot. Poi prendo una schiacciatina. And then I have to eat it. And you will see. She says, the original cheese. This is the original one, pan francese. She said, this one is for the peasants. This one is Livornese.
Brava.
Awesome.
That is so good.
5 and 5 and 5. So it's becoming, you know, this is Livorno people, they're always involved.
Amazing. So everyone watching, you know which one you have to order when you go and visit Livorno.
So
Don't get the one for the people.
Lauren is taking care of the video again. You can get out. Otherwise they get confused. Bye.
Oh my god. Okay, now we have to wait for Luca to come out with the food.
That is awesome. I didn't realize how much pepper they put on it because I've had it before, not in Livorno, obviously. I've been doing it wrong. I've not been putting that much
They
pepper
always
on.
ask, at least. They always ask if you want the pepper or not. But we always say yes.
Yeah.
And then something they do here is put like a, it's not like pickled, but it's like a sottolio, like a preserved in oil, slightly spicy eggplant.
Ooh, yum.
So good. They put this on as well. Luca never gets the eggplant, so I do.
What's the name of this shop?
What's that?
What's the name of this shop?
It's called Gagarin.
Gagarin.
Yeah,
okay.
actually, Fattoria di Statiano wrote the right name in the comments.
I saw that Tina put that, and I thought, I wonder what that means. But the name of the shop, amazing.
The name of the shop, yeah. And it's not even written outside. I mean, here's
Cool.
the bread.
Yes.
It's
In
this,
true
like,
Italian
this is what it
style.
looks like. Here's Luca. Here we go. And this is how you have to eat it, on the side of the road.
Let's see. Make us all jealous. Oh, you don't have it inside the bread. You have the bread on the side.
Well, usually they put it in the sandwich, but
Okay. Yeah.
this is a deconstructed way, minimalist version.
Amazing.
So, let's see. We're now Luca's got to eat this. No, he's going to save it.
I kind of wasted
No, he didn't give you a bag. You just have to eat it straight up.
Exactly. Well, it's too warm.
Straight. So we're going to try to take you into this market here.
Yeah, that
We'll
would
see
be
what
great.
happens with the signal. If we disappear, we'll run out and reconnect. But hopefully we'll get a second. I just
amazing.
have, I'm going to give that to Luke.
I bring you inside, okay?
Perfect.
We leave Lauren outside.
Yeah,
We don't need her anymore.
let's go and see some good produce. What have we
Okay,
got?
just 1 second. I wish I could clean the lens. Just 1 second.
You're fine.
Okay.
Perfect.
Bye, ecco Lauren.
Okay, so here's the market. Look how beautiful this is.
It is beautiful.
It's huge.
It's absolutely gigantic. Right now, some of these are closed.
Yeah. Being
But,
minded.
But like here, I mean, take you as close to the food as possible.
Yay.
Pastries. Oh my gosh, look at these.
Yes. Oh my God.
And these are the best taralli I have ever had in 11 years in Italy.
Really? That
So-
is a big claim.
Yes, like they're greasy, kind of. Like they're just crumbly, greasy. They're not dry, because a lot of people say they're dry and horrible. These taralli take it to the next level.
Oh, amazing. I'm so going there. I love taralli.
They're so good. They're so good. Okay, we're going to prosciutto. This is great. This is following Luca to shopping. This is my life.
This is the local.
The egg guy.
Oh, what have you got? Lovely. Fresh eggs.
But they also have lots of eggs. And they always have, I don't see where it is today, but they usually have the eggs that you can drink, they say.
Oh,
So these are the eggs for cooking, and these are the eggs for just making a hole and sucking them out straight. Like, wow. I'm not quite there yet, but okay.
Wow, very fresh. Super fresh.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, here we go, prosciutto.
It is a place I love. They have the best cheese. Look at the selection here.
Oh, let's see. Oh my God.
Different cheese from all over the world, actually. And this one, oh my gosh, let's say blue cheese.
Yes.
This is an amazing,
so
creamy blue cheese that really it melts in your mouth.
And they won't let you see the packaging.
No, they keep the secret of the brand, the real brand, the name. Sono in diretta,
Live. We're bringing all of America to you.
Exactly. They're all going to be.
Oh my gosh.
Amazing.
Just watching the cheese. Oh my gosh. The temptation of the cheese.
Yeah.
Right. We're getting involved in her. Oh my gosh.
Oh, now we can see.
Ormai è un pezzo di mia figlia che viene da lei.
Oh my gosh. So she's getting the cheese for her daughter. Dopo.
Look at that.
Slabs.
They finished the truffles. They had truffles last week.
Oh. But they have the mozzarella here.
Yum.
Oh yeah, caviar in case you need to grab some of that.
Yum.
You know,
Parma.
all the different types of prosciutto. So you can do a full, I mean,
Stravecchio, very aged.
super old.
Very aged.
Oh, so good. I'm getting hungry, guys.
We're taking you to the fish sides because Livorno is, of course, famous for fish being on the sea.
Exactly. Oh, I imagine you get amazing seafood here.
It's so good. And what's also cool is, you know, again, I was saying, like, it's not a very touristy place, so only locals are going to these restaurants, which means you really can't get away with a bad fish place in Livorno. You'll go out of business immediately.
Yeah.
So this is the fish market, but they're closed Monday, of course, because Sunday they take off.
Of course.
But this entire section, fish that, again, you never even imagined. And this side is the whole
fruit.
The fruit and vegetable side.
Beautiful. Yum. Oh, this market is great. Do you guys do all your shopping here normally?
When we can. Yeah, when we can. Because they just have, I mean, like, here's some fresh pasta.
Yum.
Yeah.
Oh, this is good. This is the good
Some
stuff.
Yeah.
Ravioli.
Oh,
Oh, this is amazing. This is called the belly button of Venus.
oh, I love that. Let's go.
With prosciutto inside, obviously.
Yeah,
Venus and her prosciutto in her belly button.
A good prosciutto.
Oh my goodness.
Amazing. The belly button of Venus for everyone who's just
getting creative.
amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Can you eat
Then
inside
there's
the market as well?
the other, you know, we were talking about foods, and we can just segue immediately into drinks. Where's the sign I'm looking for? Here it is. Ponce.
Ponce.
Here's the sign.
Ooh,
Ponce Livornese. Should we take a ponce?
I'm taking a ponce.
We're getting ponches. Almost noon. Ponce in the morning.
Amazing. I was reading about this and I was hoping that it would come up.
He's saying I'm getting this only for those people watching because normally I wouldn't get a ponche at this app.
If you come here, we're going to tell you the entire story. It would be too much. Basically, it's a blend of a kind of rum we modify in a secret way, so they don't tell you the recipe, and mixed with coffee, espresso. So it becomes a very strong sensation in your mouth that opens your nostrils. And it's very good, especially in the winter time. At the end of the dinner, imagine a Livornese would get a ponche.
Wow. Here we go.
The lemon rice. So to prepare it, can you see?
Here we go.
This is the sugar and lemon, the rinds of the lemon into the small little cup, the glass, which is called gottino, the tiny gotto, which is the name of the glass. You add the magical substance, and you warm up. It's a kind of rum. So maybe it's more sweet than rum. Then you have to boil
with the hot, like, steam wand.
Yeah.
So you can only make ponche alla Livornese in in a bar, and then you add espresso. Then you go insane.
An espresso, and then I'm done. I'm done for the morning, basically.
Sorry.
Don't worry, I can help you drink it if you like.
Yeah.
Amazing. So it's rum and coffee. Amazing.
Cinque flying around, ponche. Oh my gosh. This is the proper Livornese experience.
If you want to be in Livorno, you have to be like this. Don't be too much refined here.
Perfect. I like it.
I guarantee the taste is so strong and good. So usually we spend a minimum an hour and something just discovering all this taste with the people, and they love it, of course.
Yeah. Oh, amazing. I've never seen this before. How cool.
Here it is, ponche. And
look at the cream.
And then you can grab the glass from the bottom.
So this is very hot.
Exactly.
And so you can drink from here.
Demonstrate.
Demonstrate.
It's like, wait, stir it. Don't go insane.
The sugar at the bottom. And now I'm mixing the rum again with the coffee, because the coffee stands afloat more. I don't know why, but wow.
Really good. It's a real kick in the morning. It gets you going, I think.
Exactly. Let's change.
That looks awesome. I definitely want to try it.
Baby Lauren, here. She has to drink it. Sorry.
Let's watch, Lauren. Oh. Yeah, amazing. Bravo.
Hey, you're drinking it all. Okay. We have to go, Lauren. The people want to see more. Come on.
Some people are saying we need this every morning.
Bye.
Okay.
Yum.
We're not leaving this behind.
Amazing. That is so cool.
Lo so. Vai.
And wash it down with some cinque.
Only in Livorno, guys. This is as authentic as it gets.
Yeah, really.
Love it.
Woo.
Good.
So good. That was a really good one. Gotta say.
Yum.
Sometimes they're really bitter.
No, this is
That was a really nice one.
Cross.
Yeah, let's go out this way.
Awesome. This market looks so cool. I can only imagine.
Amazing.
Yeah, really.
Oh,
Cheese.
is it enough pesto?
That is the question.
Sono dentro, sono dentro.
Vino.
The wine man.
Then we also sit down and we taste the wines here, of course.
Wine and biological wine. This is wine you can only find in this shop, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or you can buy online. Wow, well done, sir.
Oh, amazing. Love
Siamo
it.
con persone di persona. Oh, look, and we got some bookmarks.
Yay!
C'è tutto.
Info point.
And you exactly, and you can get a map of Livorno.
Perfect.
Awesome. Oh, look at this. Look, we get all these like party favors without even getting some wine. We'll have to come back after the ponce wears off. Perfetto. Perfetto.
Amazing. Look at that.
Yeah. That's it. Ciao.
So cool. They seem very friendly, the Livornese.
Yes, they really are. I noticed, I mean, I was living, when I moved to Rome, I was 22.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is the world. Then I started coming to Livorno and I was like, oh, it's just a lot easier to live here. I absolutely love Rome, of course, and I love Romans, but, you know, it's such a frustrating, it can be a frustrating situation. And so coming to a place, you know, seaside town, everything is just a bit more chill.
So good. Yeah, it looks very livable.
Yes, it really is. And then you're 10 minutes from the coast. So one cool thing about Livorno, following Luca here, is, you know, it's a long city because everyone wants to be as close to the coastline as possible. So almost from anywhere. Oh gosh, where is he going now? Who knows?
There's a couple of guys now, and we always stop here with our guests to show them how they make the mozzarella and this all particular amazing.
Prego, prego.
All this amazing milk.
A signora. Here we go.
Oh, they make the mozzarella here. Amazing.
Oh my gosh, the smell in here is insane. The smell is insane. Guarda questa. Oh my gosh.
So mozzarella just for pizza. It's a mozzarella just for pizza. They make.
It's the mozzarella we make every day. And we put in the fridge to distribute. So the mozzarella put out the water. And so this is very good also for all the preparation in the, let's say, microwave.
Because it doesn't have much liquid inside, and so it doesn't. Okay, it's dry. So they make ricotta. Queste sono le mozzarella roste, no? Sì. I know them very well. Nodini means little nuts. You see, they look like they're.
Oh my gosh, the smell is absolutely out of control. And
Caciocavallo with a spiced hot peppers, basically peperoncino. So these guys actually I met a few months ago. Actually, they're young, they're amazing, the quality is insane. So if you come to Livorno, this will be one of the stops.
Yes,
for sure.
If you don't like mozzarella, I will be stopping anyway. But they're very amazing and nice. So
Grazie.
Grazie.
Oh, that is awesome. What a great shop. Amazing.
Oh, it's just a party in Livorno.
It is. Oh my God, I'm so ready to come.
So, you know, I interrupted my discussion of how you can dive from the cliffs into the sea with the stop, with the mozzarella stop. But,
we'll allow it.
Yeah, exactly. But But it's just like there's not actually beaches in Livorno, so you also need to kind of know. I mean, you don't need to, but it really helps to know a local who can take you to the right random spot to park the car on the side of the road that leads to a little path that leads down to, you know, the Maschine, for example, or such a cute spot that were like carved by Romans, and so you kind of play in the Maschine. If you have kids, they can hang out in there and not get not dangerous.
Natural carved tubs in the water. In the middle of, I mean, like you are in this, not in a shallow sea, which is rocky and cliffs and very crystal. The water there, you can snorkel there. So
it's so clear.
That sounds amazing. So it's off the rocks that you go swimming.
Yeah.
So no sand, which is kind of a bonus too. You don't get dirty with the sand.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You need to bring some like those rock shoes, water shoes. Those really help. The dorkiest looking shoes ever, but you'll be so happy if you have them. You can climb all over the rocks. And then a snorkel so you can see under the water. It's just so many fish. Like, I mean, and you come out all salty and you have a spaghetti alle vongole or cozze, the mussels or clams, pasta. The caciucco.
Caciucco is a little bit heavy for diving in the water.
Maybe
as an Italian, I would say, if you have caciucco, then you have to wait 4 hours for digestion before diving.
Otherwise you'll die.
Otherwise you die for hours. If you die after eating something too heavy, you may die. I don't know why. It's the mother's fault. All the mothers constantly repeat us to the kids like me growing, don't do that, otherwise you may die, you may die. So you develop this kind of psychological problem.
I love it. Italians are, it's interesting the rules around you've got to wait 4 hours before you go swimming after you've eaten. I mean, being Australian, I never heard that before, moving to Italy. Digestion.
Exactly. Whatever you do here, you know, if you don't do it properly, instant death is the result.
Exactly.
You have to dry your hair before going out. You have to wear the scarf, you know. But I think I've Italianized. I think it's been the year in the house. You know, like 2020 didn't leave the house essentially, and so now I do get sick. I was outside like in the cold the other day, and then I had a cold the next day, and I was like, no.
And there you go. They were right.
Exactly. My American immune system is dead.
Yeah.
This is lovely.
So just to make understand, a Livornese have a house like that. If it's not on the sea, it must be on the water. So they can even fish from there. It's terrible. Fish. But I like the concept of something ruined becomes like a decoration. This is a very typical Livornese philosophy. And the Canals is bringing us, this is the Royal Canals, the main canal, is bringing to what was considered the biggest bridge, the largest bridge in Europe. So follow me and you will see the largest, what was considered the largest, maybe even nowadays.
I think it's still the largest bridge, technically.
And love all the colors of the house as well. So pretty.
I know. I like this one that they've kind of preserved as wrecked.
So good.
Here we go. Oh, yay. Now we can see it from here. It's perfect.
Here you can see the canal continues underneath this very large 1800 square they created. And because actually the canal passing underneath, this becomes a natural bridge, basically, a kind of bridge actually. And it is still the widest because it's a very wide bridge. Yeah. And the canal continues and gets to the fortress we're going to show you by the time we cross the square. So the new fortress, the one which was so big that eventually they had to dismantle half of it to allow people to live in Livorno, in the city center, protected by the city walls and the canals themselves. So this is the Piazza De La Republica now. It was not the Republic, because now it's only after 1946 basically in Italy. But actually we have two statues we're going to show you soon. And these are not kings of Italy, these are not even the Medici. You're going to discover who they are soon.
Okay, cool, I'm excited. I love it. Did you guys offer tours in this podcast as well, Lauren?
Yes, we do. So the places that we both personally work are, Livorno, Pisa, Old City wine tasting, Lucca, anywhere in Tuscany, essentially, and Florence, naturally, and then also Rome, although it's it's harder for us to get to Rome. But one of our goals with creating Unlock Italy a number of years ago was to kind of, if we can't personally give the tour, then we arrange the tour with somebody who is similar to us, people, the reliable people, Luca said, reliable people who have a similar style to us, which is adapting to the people in front of them. Because I think when you hear tour, sometimes you can start feeling like, oh gosh, I don't want to go on a boring old tour, or what if the guide sucks? But I think the key is sort of finding someone who can adapt to who's in front, because that's also more fun from the point of view of the guide also.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, this is awesome. I love it.
Here we go.
Almost. You have to cross the road and concentrate on
it.
This is very
not getting run over.
Difficult, a dangerous place.
That's important. No getting run over.
I'm using Luca as a human shield. The city share, just a decoration. Here we go.
Now we are on the bridge.
This is our statue.
So this goes all the way from, where the water came in here.
Yeah.
To the opposite side over there.
Wow,
so if you go on like a little boat tour, then it goes underneath this canal, and you can see up through little grates and go through the canals all the way to the final port where you can see the sea at the end. So
that's worth doing. That sounds fun.
Yeah. Gotta get a boat now.
No, we have a boat.
We have a boat.
We have a boat. I got friends. Don't worry.
We have a boat in the Unlock Italy system.
Yeah. We have two boats.
I just want my own boat.
Well, I know, but two boats for our guests. It's already existing. Two boats. One is a luxury boat, beautiful, and one is a raft, which goes.
One is a raft.
That's nice. It's a nice experience.
All price points.
So, can you see the fortress? The walls?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's covered in the umbrella pines on the top.
Yes.
Just here. Hello, little pooch.
Gorgeous.
And then what about these guys?
Well, these guys, actually, I was saying, they're not the kings of Italy. They're not the Medici family who created most of this beautiful city, but the Habsburg Lorraine. So basically, you have to know that, just quickly, Florence was eventually, the Medici died out. And instead of the Medici, the new rulers came from Vienna. So basically, imagine the Habsburg Lorraine Austrian emperor who didn't come here to rule this Grand Duchy, which is a small kind of colony. So he sent here the second-born kids. So the firstborn was with him, next to him in Vienna. The second-born came to Livorno and practiced to make the duke, and just in case come back to Vienna to replace the previous one who could have died. But anyway, the Lorraine, the Habsburg Lorraine, are celebrated here because basically they transformed Livorno as well. They enlarged, and they brought here very healthy water. They built aqueducts. So this is what the plaque says. Thanks to the Habsburg Lorraine, we have the water coming from nearby hills, coming to Livorno and getting to the structure to the right. Lauren is going to show you. The one to the right, which looks like an office place, actually is a tank. That we have two big tanks in Livorno.
The cistern.
The cisterns. So the water is there, crystal, still nowadays, thanks to Lauren. And at the end, we have the fortress, which was already here since the 1500s. So to defend the port, the goods that came here from the port in the city center through the canals. And this is called the new fortress. The old fortress we cannot show you because it's too far for today. But our people will experience both two fortresses by the time we tour them in the canals. And they're very nice, very different.
Yeah.
And Livorno has a very particular district because of the canals called the New Venice district, or the tiny Venice, the small Venice, which is of course not the same luxury styles of the palaces of Venice, but because of the bridges, the canals, and these palaces overlooking these beautiful boats, it gives you the atmosphere and the boats passing. So we have also a nightlife there, which is very...
Oh, Lauren, I've lost the sound. Oh, I can't hear anything.
secrets of the locals knows where to go, and the New Venice district is one of these places. So now let's keep going to the to see the fortress, which is over there. There's a kind of tower.
It's a little loud here.
Yeah.
Little.
So
That's
you see
all
the tower there.
Mm-hmm.
That tower actually is a church, which is as tall, maybe taller than the Leaning Tower of Pisa. So we are proud of it because we are enemies with the Pisans.
Exactly.
We made it 2 meters higher, just to say a kind of middle finger. You can easily imagine to the Pisans. Like we have even something higher than yours. Your tower.
It's all about the competition.
I love it. Very Tuscan.
Oh, here we go.
I wanted to show you
The lines,
things,
the lines.
curiosities.
Oh, this is beautiful. So around here, is this where the Little Venice is, if you keep going around?
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
well, we're going to cross here and you'll see the water in here.
Yeah. Beautiful.
If I can handle it. And then just to the side of the fortress is the Little Venice area.
Cute. Okay, amazing. Oh, it's so cute.
Follow me.
Because,
Yeah, let's cross the road safely.
oh my gosh.
This is big. This is big.
We're going to wait for
This is big.
the bus.
Anyone now? Not to the right.
It's busy. Awesome. Crossing the road.
Here we go. We live.
Oh, this is super cute.
Eccolo.
Oh, yay.
Okay, so you can see now, I would say halfway Venice, halfway something, which is more kind of Dutch sometimes. So if I see, for example, can you see the more to the right? This is all the fortress. Okay?
Yeah, I just
Which
want to
is
show
now,
the fortress here.
it's a park, basically. Which is nice because they make event now. Very interesting event.
Yeah, Luca just played there a few days ago.
Oh yeah, there's a very nice rooms where houses transformed into a possible room for event, music, exhibition. So it's very cool. And talking about exhibitions, this place, Livorno, it's full of street artists, local artists. There's a much more, I'd say,
Like modern working
creativity
artists in
explosion,
Livorno.
especially
Yeah.
at the moment. From the street art to local artists, which are many in Livorno, and we have many galleries growing up, especially grown by young people. So it's a very interesting situation in the contemporary art in Livorno for music and for visual art. But let's go back to the history of Livorno. Can you see there's a house? There's a higher house with a thing. Can you see the white windows instead of the green? They're kind of white going up, and at the top they're kind of two little statues. I don't know if you can see that. The highest one.
This right here.
Yeah. Okay. Let's try.
Where's my hand? There it is. There it is.
There it is.
Okay,
Got you.
So that is basically the house of a rich merchant who built his kind of watchtower with the two statues at the top. And because he basically wanted to see from the top his cargoes arrived at the port. So I don't remember exactly if it was a Dutch, a German, but for sure he built many houses. And Livorno have this kind of thin structure in the middle, or a tiny tower, not because of any reason of defending themselves, but to see the cargoes arriving. The ships, the cargoes they owned. So many shipping company came to Livorno because this was a free port in the 1500s. And you can easily imagine what it means. No taxation. Everyone came here, even rich merchants, to make this business grow quickly. So this became, in the 1500s, more important than Venice. Just to give you an idea, richer in traffics, in trading. In trading. So imagine Livorno growing in a short term, in a drastic highway. So anyway, strong way. So anyway, this is the Royal Canal.
Let's just go down right here for a second, and then we'll leave you.
I love learning more about this history. I think other people are commenting, saying similar, and how beautiful it is. It's really unexpected because I guess Livorno, as you guys have been saying, is not a touristy place. So it's really nice to learn more about it.
Mm-hmm. There's there's a different kind of history in Livorno, which I think is a cool thing to discover, you know, because so much of Italian history is about what happened 2,000 years ago or 500 years ago. And in Livorno, there's things happening right now, which is cool.
Yeah.
Modern. Oh my gosh.
The place to be now, which is still empty from too many tourists.
Yeah.
And got it. Yeah.
No, not fixed.
It's impossible.
But I wanted to play the
Oh yeah, this is the wrong corner. We should go there.
Yeah.
It's better.
Are you sure? I was going to go down here.
Oh, maybe down
it's a
there.
little quieter.
Yeah, maybe. Should be quiet.
Because some of the famous people in Livorno that we won't go into too much now because we're taking up too much time. But we have Modigliani, the painter Modigliani, who lived in Livorno, was from Livorno, and the composer Mascagni. So there's a part of Livorno that I wish we could show you. You could get there easily if we were doing like a longer walk. But the Terrazza Mascagni, just Google Terrazza Mascagni. It's absolutely a must visit in Livorno, and it's named after the composer. And I just wanted to play a part of. Here we go.
Amazing.
Okay.
Can you hear it? Okay, we have to stop or I'll cry.
I
love that.
That is gorgeous. I've heard him before.
If you want to listen by yourself, the name of the song is Intermezzo. We are going to write it. We can write it. Of the Cavalleria Rusticana. I know it's such a long name. So Lauren is going, my assistant, I'm joking. She's writing Intermezzo.
Amazing. Yeah, and I'll put it in the caption so people
Cavalleria, double L. Cavalleria. This is the last. Rusticana. Mascagni, and you will enjoy a lot it. Here it is.
Beautiful.
And my hair are,
I know, we're just
totally destroyed, but I don't care.
No, your voice is great. Intermezzo. Amazing. I'll put it in the caption as well so people can listen to it. Beautiful. I can't wait to come to Livorno. It just looks, really cool city.
So especially I'm thinking about, we have like from March to November, really, even November, you can see we have like nice days. I'm basically have a coat, but it's not so cold. And I think it's very versatile for discovering the food, discovering the local typical situation, but also going to the seaside. We could not show you today, but the seafront is very amazing. It's 7 kilometers long. So from the port area, which is also nice to see these docking ships passing, going back and forth, to the cliffs with castles at the top of the cliffs and bridges. So it's very interesting with restaurants on top. So it's a very versatile place.
Love it. Yeah, I think everyone needs to add it to their list because it just looks, it's a great place to get off the beaten track, as you guys have said. So, and it's a good day trip even from Florence, I guess.
Yeah, very easy to get to from Florence.
Oh, amazing. If people want to stay in touch with you guys, how can they find out more about your services?
You can find any tours about us on unlockitaly.com and about wine on uncorkitaly.com.
Amazing.
Okay. We should write. I'm going to write quickly.
Perfect.
Look. So just to
Unlock Italy and Uncork Italy. Love the name.
Yeah.
Perfect.
There we go.
Unlock Italy.
But thank you so much for inviting us to do this talk. It's been so fun to show Livorno a little bit by phone and meeting random locals along the way. And you've showcased so many amazing places through the eyes of people who live there. And so it's a really cool thing.
Very good idea. Absolutely.
Thanks, guys. Thanks so much for showing us Livorno. I loved it. So I can't wait to come and visit and maybe meet you in person.
Yes, absolutely. We'll be here.
Yes, you will be our guest.
Hey, thanks guys so much. Have a lovely afternoon.
You too.
You too. Ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao, grazie.